Welcome back to the Handyman channel. Today, we're going to be making mango gelato. That's the reason why we have mangoes here. This is a honey mango. So we have two different options. We have here, so we have two types of mangoes here. We have Alfonso, strange name, and we have champagne. Probably because of the champagne bottle.
But this one is not so springy.
So the difference between these two is this one is a little more tart with these, and these are a little bit more sweet. So for this recipe, we're using all organic ingredients because we in our family are a very organic policy. This recipe is very simple to do, and because it's so good, we're doing it again because we have done it, and I already tried it. I'm not going to tell if I like it or not yet. You'll probably see the end of the video. This recipe calls for the following ingredients. So first what we're going to need is 1.5 cups of fresh organic milk. It is fresh. And it even says so by August 26th, and it's like August 20th. So like, very fresh. So next we're going to have 1/3 cup of organic sugar. And it's white sugar. Pretty obviously.
Now we're gonna have tablespoons of cornstarch, and this is the cornstarch.
If you do not hear what he said, well, he said now we're gonna use 1.5 cups of organic cornstarch. Tablespoons, not corn. I'm gonna be using 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, which is very strange, but it is in the recipe, so I guess we're doing it.
Yeah, but it's really weird.
So because Hannah's camera shy, I'm gonna be speaking for Hannah. So we're gonna need 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, which we're gonna be squeezing. And we don't have it now. Oh, one more not using it.
From Adam.
And then we're going to be using 3/4 of a cup of heavy whipping cream. We have to be careful of it not to turn it into butter. And the main ingredient, champagne mangoes. I never tried champagne mangoes. I tried Alfonso mangoes.
Yeah. We're gonna have to tasting. Guess what? They have eyes. I see you with those eyes. Those little eyes.
This channel isn't to laugh about, David.
I know, because I'm gonna.
Sorry, David is very impatient and funny.
And
Hole 3. Well, so we're going to take our champagne and peelers, and we're going to take our peelers and we're going to start peeling them. Looks much different on the inside than the. Oh, so wet. The skin is so wrinkly.
Yeah.
It looks so unattractive from the outside, but inside it looks. It's
so
very
cool.
juicy.
Yeah.
As you can see, all of us are peeling mangoes.
Yes. And I am basically doing this, but sometimes I'm just stuck, so I just take it off like that. So
Anyway, that's not a way to do it. You know, the way to do it is just to peel it.
I know, but sometimes just get stuck in there, so sometimes you just gotta peel it off.
David.
Up inside.
Who are you talking to?
It's supposed to peel off some hard skin.
It's very slimy on the inside and very smooth.
Is anyone peeling? Look, I've been doing my
David,
nothing.
no one understands what you're saying.
Hold on, and I need some daddy help.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to clean up after this video.
Yeah, but it's also just good.
So these mangoes are so juicy. Now we're gonna take all the peels and put them back in. They would normally do it off camera, but it's a part of the process, so a lot of instructions do it off camera, but this is a part of the handyman, so that's why we are going to do it on camera. You can skip forward. It isn't going to take a really long time anyway.
Yeah.
And we want you to know how long it actually takes, so we are putting it on camera.
Yeah.
Obviously, some of it will not be on camera, but we will put a lot of it. So look at all these juicy mangoes. They're juicy. And now, let me show you how juicy they are. We're gonna go wash our hands because our hands look like this.
It's kind of winter. Just slap on my arm from you. I like almost just did. You know what I almost did? I basically just almost did that. Now I'm gonna wash my hands.
So now we have our mangoes. They're juicy. We're gonna have to be very careful. And most of it our parents are gonna do. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut the mango from the pit. And the pit is not the brown part. The brown is just the air. Actually, that's the wrong piece. Pit's in there. I think the pit's in there. The slice that was wrong. Now I'm gonna give the knife to David, and he's gonna cut his mango. And I think I found the pit. Look, it's mango slices.
One piece and just do the.
Got both. So now we just finished cutting our mangoes. Now we're gonna puree them. I'm gonna take these mangoes as we are now and put them in the blender. Because if we do it with our hands, we'll get too messy. David, could you order us for that? We'll have to wash our hands anyway because all us three keep bumping into each other.
With those big giant spoons, we almost.
They're not giant spoons. They're spatulas.
I know. With those big spatulas.
They're regular spatulas.
Yeah, I mean, with the spatulas. Oh, you just do it with your hand.
Some of them have to be done by hand.
Yes.
Dave, I need help here.
And what?
Oh, I told you I need help here.
Okay. Now just get this one pig. You know what? I'm going to try to just do this. I think that's all. Yep, that's all.
Now we're washing our hands. Next, we're going to take 1/3 cup of sugar and we're going to put it in. It's probably going to be easier to do it with a spoon. And could I do that?
So I think Owen just has to hold it and hand just does it. Nice good water circle.
David, things can get cleaned up. It doesn't matter about things for now. So, what Hannah and David are going to be doing is Hannah's going to be cutting the lemon in half, and David's going to squeeze the half. The other half, we're not going to do anything with it for now. And it's not a blue lemon. It's a regular lemon, just like I thought.
Now I'm going to grab this.
Meanwhile, I'm going to take the lemon half and show you the other one just to be silly.
And in this case, I just want to... Now I'm going to squeeze this lemon into the mango puree.
And I want to help.
No, I don't need help. Dang, I don't really need help so much. Wow.
The sugar looks like it's sugar. Like it's dried sugar water.
Yeah, I
It
know.
looks like some kind of frozen mangoes. The sugar looks like a little bit of like ice when it's like in the mango juice. So it looks like frozen mangoes.
Now you try with the other half.
Meanwhile, I'm going to take a seed.
Meanwhile, I'm going to take the seed.
And why do you repeat?
It's hard to catch this.
And I'm going to look
They're
at it.
just so slimy.
And I'm going to even show you.
I'm going to catch
Looks like the
them.
top part is a little green and it's encased in some kind of casing and
Oh,
otherwise
look
it looks
now.
like corn seed.
Oh, look now. It's even
I mean,
more
it's corn.
swippily. Oh, look, it's swippily.
It's dripping down.
It's
Because
looking
now
down,
it's sugar
down,
water.
down from there into the hill, down, 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 down. Oh, look, it's so cool to watch.
Also, I'm
it
going to
from-
show you what we're going to cook.
Guys,
Because
a
of-
little tone.
Because we
you
set
see
parade, so
this
we're going to
thing?
probably cook
It's so
parade.
cool.
The sugar water is going down at the very bottom.
Yes.
So now I'm going to come
No,
over.
I'm gonna do it.
David is going to put it on, and I'm going to press parade.
Yeah, you can press now much forward. See? You just.
That's what I call wow. Very powerful.
Yeah, and very loud. That's really too much. Okay.
I'll put that to the left.
Very nice over there.
Now I'm gonna try to make sure it tastes delicious. Tastes like regular Alfonso mangoes, but a ton sweeter. Maybe too sweet. And I'm not a huge sweet fan, so I'm not gonna say very good, but I obviously like it. But Alfonso are much better because they're not too sweet. These are just too sweet. These are mostly for sweet teas, not. We're gonna prepare the milk custard with all the other ingredients pretty much, and it's gonna taste much better because about anything else, it's just mostly just mango. Too simple.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna be making the milk custard. So the first thing we need to do is we need to take milk and dissolve cornstarch into it.
Go.
Hannah's gonna pour the milk and we're gonna do 1/3 cup. And it's the exact same cup we used the sugar for. We didn't overfill, this is what happened. So now David is gonna get the 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and I'm gonna mix it in with this. It's called a whisk. And we're not using eggs because otherwise I can't have it because I am allergic to egg.
See what I'm doing? You could just-
It doesn't have to be that accurate, David. And you don't have to make it exact.
Now when you just close it.
David, you don't need to do things exact.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
David, that's too exact. David, what the heck are you saying?
I'm just doing it to catch on back.
It's much harder to whisk when there's less milk. Remember to whisking vanilla bases, not that little milk. So we need to mix the cornstarch into the milk so when we heat it, it doesn't curdle. And that makes more sense because I normally mix it when it in the stove. So finally it's gonna make more sense. And like it seems more hard than it is like for real because like the tin is basically like this, so like starting basically almost at the bottom. There's barely any milk.
Yeah, you see, it's basically just being. It's basically like nothing, you see?
Yeah, it's much harder.
Yeah, you see? It's like nothing. Thank you, Daddy. Now it's more just, now to do that, and now it's more, hold on. I don't think it doesn't work. So now, because my sister's a little camera shy, she asked me to say that Jack free wishes to swim in the milk.
So can I because I could just drink it because I love milk.
Okay, Hannah, here you go. Guess what?
And we're not drinking.
I'm actually gonna drink what I wrote this. You will see, wait, you will see. You will see, don't be for you.
So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be adding a cup of milk, and then we're gonna be getting some whipping cream.
Stop. Not just for me. And again, not a lot.
So here we have whipping cream. We're going to be using 3/4. The reason why we have 2 is because this is a half cup and this is a 1/4 cup. So 3/4.
Oh.
It's only the quarter.
Talking.
And then
Hannah. A little bubble.
no.
You know, when you add it.
Do you want to whisk it?
No, you.
So now we're going to whisk together the milk and the heavy whipping cream together so we can put it on the stove.
It's just crazy. But
Could I have a turn?
Come on, guys.
Yeah, we should talk about things that no one can understand what you're saying. Yeah, what's the whisk it like this? After what happened to the... Yeah, no, stop bumping. So now we're going to take our milk custard and put it on the stove to heat it for 10 minutes. So now we're going to turn on the stove and start whisking it. Now this seems familiar. Remember when I was talking about there was so little milk? And I'm used to doing it like this. You know, I can't whisk. Now this seems way more familiar. I'm going to do pretty much every gelato video. And I have a lot of gelato videos which you can watch pretty much any time. Now it's David's turn. And then Hannah's.
Yeah. I don't know how to work it. I just don't care. Hannah, now. Yeah.
So while Santa's mixing, I'm going to be adding the milk with cornstarch. Nothing for you to change, I'm just adding. You can whisk. Now it's getting thinner, but we still have to whisk it till 10 minutes passes. As you can see, it looks like it reached all the way to up there. This is how you normally whisk it, because the whisk is big. Because of this, even if you whisk it from the very edge, it reaches the middle. You make whiskers the entire thing in just one circumference, which is very awesome, right? And it's getting really, really thick and creamy. And surprisingly, it's only like hot over here, like over here. Over here, it's basically regular temperature. So now we're done. We're going to take the heat off, and we're going to put on these gloves. They may look much fancier than they are. They're just meant to protect you from the heat. They're not meant to look nice. Yeah, we'll probably take the whisk out soon. So now that it's cooling down rapidly, I want to whisk it down so it's thick. And also it's thick, which is very funny. Look at this. That's how it's possible to whisk. Otherwise, I can't. You see, because of this my principle, I forgot its name. So the centrifugal force forces it to come around the walls, which overcomes gravity, which makes the surface, which makes the thickness very thin, which lets the heat come out faster. But you also want to be careful not to let water in or let it out. So we're doing it carefully. So now that it's chilled, we're going to take it out and put it in the ice cream maker, which is just a really good something for ice cream, for gelato. So now me and Hannah are going to be pouring it in, and Dave's going to be mixing it in.
It looks not so good.
David, it does. Not mixed.
Yeah, but you'll see when we totally mix it all. It'll be really good.
David.
Yeah.
Bless you, Hannah.
Okay. I want to pat on the back. Don't want to pat.
David, we don't need a pet.
I'm not
It's
patting
not even
it.
alive.
I know I'm not patting you. I'm just giving you the pat on the back. Yeah.
So while Hannah and David are mixing, I want to explain why we're wearing these shirts. Well, we're kids, obviously, and we have school, and school is in 5 days, like which the 21st of August, and the first day of school is like, for this year, is like August 26th. So, in commemoration, we are wearing the school shirts. And we just got them today at the school meeting, and it was awesome.
Absolutely.
So now that I've finished mixing, we're going to turn on the gelato maker, and then we're going to put it in. Doesn't matter. We just do it when we're done. Now the compressor is cooling the machine down, so we can actually make the gelato. So now we're going to give it a couple of minutes to cool down, and then we're going to pour it into the machine. And it's still all so hard liquidy. I'm going to try. Well, it tastes more like Alfonso, way more. But a little sweeter than Alfonso. I'm a bigger fan of Alfonso. It tastes just like Alfonso, but a bit sweeter. I'm not a fan of the bit sweeter because I'm not a sweet tooth. But I still like it. Just I will probably like the Alfonso more because I tried it. So I'm going to turn on the blades And then we're going to slowly pour in the mixture. This is not how it normally sounds. It normally sounds like this. Look how creamy this is. We're gonna give it like around 20 to 30 minutes to turn into actual ice cream, like to cool down. See you in a flash. Metal check. It's getting thicker and thicker and more delicious. So now we're gonna try it. It's almost done. We're gonna give it a few more minutes. I'm not gonna go deep because there's things. There's blades. Tastes great. Tastes now exactly like the gelato, the mango gelato we made before. Tastes awesome. Hannah and David, do you want to try?
Yeah.
Okay. You to try.
Yummy.
That's a lot to try. Well, I know.
Guess what? It's not yummy. It's really, 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 even more really yummy.
Dude,
That's what I always used to say to my dad.
Yeah, David always does these mildly annoying jokes.
Yes, because I really like.
Nobody
Can I
else
have the
does.
spoon now?
You can get your own spoon.
Okay.
You just wait for the gelato to pile up with a spoon. And then you eat some. Anna, why did you get that one out of a spoon? I know. Well, with this one,
Oh,
I
that's well.
oh no, I got a brain freeze. I'm gonna have to do some more. Now we're gonna give it just 2 more minutes, and we're gonna show the details.
So these are
We are zooming in now, right? Look how thick and creamy it is. And don't you dare put that finger in there. It's a joke. It's like if I put it in there, the blades would just chop my finger off. So it's a really just funny joke. I can taste that chili. I'm so excited. I can't wait to eat it. Yeah, remember, don't get a brain freeze. So now the gelato's done, we're gonna turn off the blades and turn off the cooling thing. And we're gonna scoop it up. It's a little.
Just gonna face all down like this.
Well, hard because it's like now cold, so when things are colder they don't move as much.
Yeah. Now the next one I will do by myself, okay? Can I do mine by myself?
David.
I know I want to do mine by myself.
That's not how it works.
I think that's enough for me, Ellen.
Okay. It's really weird.
I know I just don't like
Okay, Hannah wants to scoop herself. And now I'm gonna try it. I'm sure you already know I'm like. Very tasty. The ice cream like for a second like stuck up. Like you carried the entire ice cream.
Yeah.
It tastes awesome.
For me, this is awesome. Cool, yummy.
David, what you're saying is weird. What he's trying to say is he really likes it.
Like it's yummy and it's cool and pretty cold. I don't understand it.
David, it is cool already.
Oh, I said the cold.
Cool is also the meaning of cold.
What's that for? I mean, cold.
Hannah, do you like it? Put a thumbs up or thumbs down if you like it or not.
That means you really like it. Okay, that means yes. She really likes it.
Today we made mango gelato with champagne mangoes. Almost forgot, but like the taste almost the same. So today we made it with champagne mangoes. Tomorrow we're gonna make it with Alfonso mangoes, which I think I'm gonna make a little more because champagne mangoes are a little harder to peel and they taste a little better for me, even though pretty much everyone else in my family disagrees. And it's gonna be awesome. So stay tuned for tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Hope you found my video useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to see no videos, then click the notification bell. Click it. And bye.
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 Bye.